wanted to share this instructional video with you on the Bon Iver song called Perth. It's one of my personal favorites, and it's got an amazing opening guitar riff, which you just heard. And before we get started, we got to cover the tuning, because this song is in a special tuning. There's a capo on the 4th fret, and this guitar is tuned to an open A flat chord. So your notes, with the capo on there, your notes are going to be A flat, E flat, A flat, C, E flat, and A flat. So it's just an A flat major triad with a few of the notes repeated. So the capo and the open tuning is a real important part of the sound, because there's a lot of open strings that kind of ring out together, and it's that sound of those strings ringing together that really gives this piece its character. So let's jump in. We're going to cover 3 different sections. The opening riff, which you just heard, which is sort of the signature lick of the song, and then we'll cover the verse. And even though there isn't a guitar in the verse, I'm still going to show you the chords that you can play. So if you want to sing along to the chords, you can do that. And then the big rocking outro part, I'll show you those chords as well. So let's dive right in. Alright, so first let's talk about the opening of the song, and this lick also is the chorus of the song. Let's first talk about the timing. So I'm just going to play the bass notes without all the other stuff, so you can just kind of hear how the timing goes. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and that just repeats. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I'm gonna add in the other stuff. 3, 4, and so even though I'm adding all that other stuff, the bass notes are still right with the beat. Each one of those bass notes is going to be right on the beat, so that's something that you need to be aware of. So let's start with the first. Basically, I'm breaking it up into 3 different chord shapes based on what bass note I'm playing. So the first one is over A flat, so I go, and I'm just playing on the 6th fret on the D string, and then I'm playing the G string open. So, okay, and then I'm going to keep my fingers there and let that note ring out while I play the next bass note, which is on the 6th fret. So it's going to sound like, right, and all those notes ring out together. Okay, and then so from there we have, okay, so after I play the 2nd bass note on the 6th fret, I have a hammer on, and I'm going to use my middle finger because I want to keep this bass note held, and I'm going to hammer on the 6th fret on the G string, and then while holding that down, I'm going to pluck the B string open, so it's going to sound like, and all those notes ring together. Okay, and then I have to keep my middle finger held here and keep these 2 notes held while I play the 3rd bass note with my pinky, and that is on the 8th fret. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. We have, okay, one more time real slow. Okay, alright, now for the really cool part. It goes like, okay, so that is basically just a hammer on, a bend, and then a pull off. So you're starting with your first finger on the 6th fret on the B string, hammering on to the 8th fret. Okay, now this is the cool part. You're gonna bend, you're gonna strike both the B string and the E string simultaneously, and you're gonna bend the B string on the 8th fret up just a half step so that it's in tune with your open E. So it's, and then when you do it quickly, and it's a good practice to just practice getting that bend so that it's in tune with the open string. Okay, and then you let the bend fall back down, and then you pull off 2 times. You pull off back to the 6th fret, and then you pull off back to the open string. So, okay. Now the tricky part is you have to come right back in on the 1 with the open A flat bass note, so it's so that you can keep the lick going in time. So it's, so you play that with your thumb. All right, so let's try it one more time. I'll go slow all the way through. So just practice each move slowly and then start to connect them together. And just remember, you really want those notes to ring out together because that's going to give you that lush depth of sound. And let's move on to the next part.